I thank God for this beautiful opportunity to be able to share from the word of the Lord once again with the SV family. The other day when I was reading Ezekiel chapter 33 verses 30 to 33, which says, "As for you, son of man, your countrymen are talking together about you by the walls and at the doors of the houses, saying to each other, 'Come and hear the message that has come from the Lord.' My people come to you as they usually do and sit before you to listen to your words, but they do not put them into practice. With their mouths they express devotion, but their hearts are greedy for unjust gain. Indeed, to them you are nothing more than one who sings love songs with a beautiful voice and plays an instrument well, for they hear your words but do not put them into practice. When all this comes true, and it surely will, then they will know that a prophet has been among them." This reminded me of Elijah. We know Elijah and the type of prophet that he was. He once prayed and there was no rain for 3 years, and he prayed and again there was rain. And at one time he prayed and fire fell from heaven and consumed the offering. And at the other time, when a king in his rage sent an army to capture Elijah and bring him into his presence, Elijah said, "If I am a man of God, may fire fall down from heaven and consume you." And all of them were consumed at once. And this happened again to the second batch as well. We see when Elijah ran away from the queen and hid himself, the Lord provided him food using ravens. And there are many other things which Elijah did. And Elijah had a servant called Elisha. And Elisha desired to do what Elijah did. And now the final day had come when Elijah was supposed to be taken up. And Elijah tries to separate himself from Elisha by saying, "You stay here when I go to the next city." But Elisha is determined and he says that, "No, master, I'm not going to leave you." And so now they reach the spot from where Elijah would be taken up. And Elijah asked Elisha, "What do you want?" And Elisha said that, "Master, I want a double portion of your anointing." And then Elijah said, "Okay, you will receive it if you see me being taken up to heaven." And the fiery chariot comes and it picks up Elijah and takes him, and Elisha sees and he cries, "My father, my father." And Elijah's mantle falls down and Elisha picks it up and he goes to Jordan and he strikes Jordan with it. And nothing happens. And he says, "Where is the God of Elijah?" And he strikes it again. And this time the Jordan River parts. And interestingly, in the Old Testament, Elijah's 7 miracles are recorded. And on the other hand, 14 miracles of Elisha is recorded, which also includes him raising a boy from the dead. Now, Elisha too had a servant called Gehazi. And Gehazi too saw all that Elisha did, including raising the boy from the dead. And one day Naaman goes to Elisha with the leprosy, and we all know what happened. And ultimately Naaman gets healed, and so he takes in his he was so happy that he takes all the gifts that he had brought and takes it to Elisha and says, "Please accept some silver and gold and some clothing." But Elisha strongly refuses and he says, "No, I will not." And so Naaman begins returning back. And Gehazi thinks, "What a fool my master is." And he runs after Naaman. He stops the chariot, takes silver and gold from him, hides it in his home, and then again runs and stands in front of the prophet. And the prophet asked, "Where have you been, Gehazi?" And Gehazi says, "Nowhere, master, nowhere." And Elisha says, "When you were receiving that gold and silver from Naaman, was my spirit not with you?" The same leprosy which left Naaman will cling to you and your descendants forever. And Gehazi left Elisha's presence a leper. We too go to church, we too read our Bibles, and we too pray. But it's very important for us to examine our hearts. Do we desire to live like our Master, like Elisha did, and walk in his footsteps? Or despite seeing and knowing all, do we desire to be like Gehazi, having greed and jealousy and hatred and pride in our hearts? Let's examine our hearts today. God bless you.